And welcome back to episode 172 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I'm your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and punk ass co-host. I don't even know what I'm gonna call you this week.
Call me a winner, baby, because we looking good. 30 and 22 on our way in.
30 and 22.
Get it right. You got 32 wins.
That's what
2
you
wins
call
behind.
That's what you call my squad, Mr.
32 and
34. Right. That ain't enough game. Nonetheless, it's Malcolm King. We got the guys in the building. We got my guy CT, my guy Darren, my guy Q. What's happening with y'all?
Man, it was good.
Shit. I will say, they, since we was talking about them, they did squeak their way into the play-ins, though, didn't they?
They did.
For now.
Been climbing.
You said for now.
They're only one game in, like literally, like.
But a lot of teams that was up are going down too.
It don't matter as long as you get in.
But the Lakers got to continue to stay going up. That's all I'm saying.
And that's all. And that's what we've been doing.
I'm not trying to steal nobody's shine, but a lot. I'm not saying a lot has to happen, but they have to bank on other. They have to bank on other teams to do bad just as well as they have to bank on them to do good. You get what I'm saying?
We just need to do good. Focus on us.
But that's just too much to have to deal with. Other than just saying, if we play good, we're in no matter what. But you got to deal with other people playing horrible to actually get in.
No, focus on AD staying healthy. Right. Focus on number 6 getting back healthy, and it's on and popping. I promise you that.
Yeah, I'm behind the Clippers.
D-Lo resting, getting that ankle back ready. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all game and a half behind the Clippers and the Timberwolves, who both have the same record at 34.
And I hope they lose tonight. Clippers
and they're all
Toronto.
Terrible teams. All those teams have been playing bad. They've been losing.
If you got Rush, you might lose.
That's why I would say that's not necessarily true, because they're 7-3 in the last 10. Only 2 games out of the 6th spot. They looking good to me, winning without LeBron right now.
Right, without LeBron.
I mean, they looking up to me. I don't have nothing negative to say about them.
Yeah,
you got AD playing some ball right now.
He playing ball. Darren be hating on. I couldn't wait to do this show tonight, boy.
30 and 20.
I couldn't wait.
30
Say
and
something about AD, Darren. And he played for nosebleed.
I'm gonna give it to him. AD is actually playing how AD's supposed to play. Why? Let me tell you. Let me ask you this. Since when is it okay to start praising somebody for doing their job?
No, hold up, time out. That's not the question. The problem was
AD hasn't been showing up, and then AD starts showing up, and then all these Lakers fans start saying, "Oh yeah, I told you AD, I told you AD." But when AD was doing trash, nobody was really saying anything. Like, you feel me? Real Lakers fans say nothing when AD is doing bad. Other than,
I don't see when he's hurt. That's about when he's doing bad.
See, here's the thing. We talk about injury versus performance. Again, I agree he is injury prone. But when he plays,
oh my God,
he shows up.
But when did I ever call him trash? Only thing I said was you cannot count on him. He doesn't show up. That's what I said.
Now,
he missed like 24 games. That's all I was saying. He missed like 24 games. They could be at a better position right now if AD was reliable. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, but LeBron's hurt too. D'Angelo Russell's hurt too. It's not like it's only AD.
It's not his fault, but it's not the organization's fault. It's not the fans' fault. It's nobody. I mean, it's just AD ain't reliable.
LeBron is hurt because he's getting old and he can't be the.
And he's playing every game.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He can't be the compensation. Like they say, when you have like a injury and you overcompensate on the other leg, then the other leg starts to get sore. Yeah. Because you're using it more. It's like LeBron's the other leg.
Yeah. It's not how I'm going to get hurt. It's when I'm going to get hurt. LeBron's going to get hurt if he keeps playing like that every single year. You feel me? LeBron's the only person in the league that really makes it through his career without a significant injury. And if that man keeps on playing like he is, he's going to be sidelined at some point.
Only second all time.
I don't know if I would say all that.
You wouldn't say all that?
Nah,
I feel like if you keep playing your full – he has not slowed down. At some point, it's not how you're getting hurt, it's when you're getting hurt. Unless LeBron's just really the freak of nature that's never going to go through no.
Some people are built like that, though.
Look, I feel like when LeBron can't be LeBron, then he going to quit.
Right.
Yeah.
Feel me? So, like, I expect nothing less.
But when is LeBron going to – because LeBron right now even just said, damn. The other day he tweeted, he said that he feels like his son is better than some of the people he watch on League Pass. So if he feels like his son is better than some of the people we watch on League Pass, how long you think that man think that he can play still?
What do you mean? 5 more years?
I'm thinking 10 more years. If he thinking like that, if he thinking that his son is better than some of the people he watching on League Pass, that means
it's too much money too.
You feel me? That means that he could be like Udonis Haslem and still play an extra 10 years and not even pick up a ball, but still get a check.
And go straight to coaching right after you done hooping.
That comment he made, he don't even believe in that.
So you telling me you don't believe that Bronny is better than some of the? You know how many people are actually on a team? There's at least 15, and we only see.
I mean, that's what a father's supposed to say. Let's not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So you're telling me that you don't think that
he's still got a lot of tweaks in his game, bro.
There's college kids that he couldn't even see right now.
But there are some NBA players that Bronny is better than.
I doubt it.
Bronny is going to be a problem. I don't know. I mean,
there's not many, but there's some. I'm telling you.
If he is, it's the G League players and the overseas.
So do you think if Bronny gets this summer and he gets packed out this summer, works out with his daddy, and goes crazy next summer, you think he can do one and done? And if he does one and done,
he's one and done. For sure.
Okay, so if he's one and done, how are you telling
me?
Exactly. So listen, if he's one and done right now already, and you're already projecting that, how are you telling me that he's not better than some people that are already out of the NBA?
Darren,
bro, it is off the name.
Hold on, does everyone on this podcast know that Bronny already has NIL deals and he's in high school?
Bro, I get that. He's $8 million, but I'm talking about him balling. If his name wasn't Bronny Jr., he's still one of the top players in the country. He's still a baller. Like regardless of
what I'm saying is though, when you're arguably the GOAT.
They just lost yesterday too.
I'm not taking anything away from Bronny. I know that he's talented. I'm saying that additional doors get open, additional looks get put on him because of who he is. You know what I mean? It's not that he's ready right now. I don't think he's ready right now to go to the NBA. If that's what you're getting at. Hell no.
No.
I think he's ready. And you want to know who they compared him to? And it wasn't nobody crazy. Drew Holiday. They said he plays exactly like Drew Holiday did in high school, and Drew Holiday was a monster in high school.
I mean, he's a two-way player, but I mean, you know,
monster.
I give it that.
But you got to compare him to the other kids that are coming in with him.
I don't see it, bro.
I seen that nigga the other day for San Francisco University playing Gonzaga. Gonzaga that would bust his ass.
We'll see.
Something.
Hold on, wait a minute. The last high school highlight I seen, and it was this dude. I don't even know what the other school was. He was giving it to Bronny.
Yeah, there's some bad boys
all
out there.
Game long. So you telling me
that's what I'm saying? He still got a lot of. He got a lot of tweaks in his game.
There's always somebody out there better and
bigger. But Bronny ain't the only person that's ready to go to the NBA. I didn't say that, but I'm saying Bronny's ready.
Who else is ready then?
You think these guys are ready to walk into the NBA?
If they let kids. I'm not saying that they're going to come in the high school. I mean, in the NBA and go crazy, but I'm saying there are kids that could transition from high school to the NBA. Are you saying there's
G
none?
League? No, to the G League, not to the NBA, to the G League.
Okay.
Nah, I think that it's still
okay.
Because look at Scottie Pippen Jr. He's nice. He's in the G League. He's not in the NBA. You think that Bronny's
dunk
better
contest champion? Like,
look at Mac McClung. You think Bronny's better than him?
Can we be real about how the NBA is structured right now? It's 25% superstars, 75% role players.
That's any sport.
Okay, so you're telling me that some of these high school players couldn't come in and be part of that 75 percentile?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No.
I don't think so either.
Okay.
The game is different.
Unless they were LeBron.
Well, no,
James, that's the last person.
Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. A whole stack and a half. It's an easier game now to transition.
The game is not the same.
If you want to compare high school, college, and NBA now, the transition isn't that. If anything, it just gets faster. They all use a 3-point line more now.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. And you can develop your 3-point shot long before you get. You know what I'm saying? When you had to be Kevin Garnett's and Kobe Bryant's.
And use muscle,
right? It was a lot to be like this high school player is ready for the league.
Spot up shooter. Ask somebody like Jalen Suggs how he's in the NBA. He ain't no dog. Come on now, he ain't no fucking.
I mean, I think he has dog in him.
Hold on.
He's still got.
He's developing.
Now you sound ignorant. I gotta go get the pizza out the oven.
I don't sound ignorant. I'm just saying, like, those are the people that you would compare Bronny and the new kids coming in to. Yes, you would. Those are the bottom tier of the NBA. They're not bottom tier, but those are the kids that are replaceable. Those are the ones that are looking to get replaced when people are coming in to get drafted.
Yeah, Jalen Suggs is not a good
He was hurt last year. He's just now getting his feet back up under him.
We'll see.
That's the wrong example.
We'll see. That's not a wrong example because they still got Markelle Fultz out there. I ain't worried about Jalen Suggs at all.
Jalen Suggs is nice, bro. Look at his body of work.
I get that, but he's not on nobody's list to where if we need somebody to stay, he ain't the one staying.
Why wouldn't he be?
Because they have Markelle Fultz.
He's trash. He's been trash since
You're dumb for saying Markelle Fultz number one pick. You're dumb saying he's trash compared to Jalen Suggs.
If you're going to talk about Markelle Fultz, then you might as well bring Ben Simmons up too.
So you're saying Jalen Suggs is better than Markelle Fultz?
Yes.
Hell you're ignorant.
I think I would say so as well.
And he have a higher ceiling.
Y'all are ignorant.
The potential is his ceiling's higher too.
What has Markelle Fultz done? I'm about to pull up the stats. It's all right.
Okay.
I mean,
Markelle Fultz has done more in his career than Jalen Suggs does, so I'm looking at the numbers.
He's been in there longer, but I'm saying
he's been in the league longer.
Well, they had to correct his whole everything when he came into the league, though.
I'm not saying he's done something, but I'm saying, how are you saying his ceiling's not high? You just said Jalen Suggs' ceiling is better.
Because he didn't pan out to be what he was supposed to be. He didn't pan out.
This is like his third team too. Like,
but regardless of all that, you know what I just thought of? I don't think that you could confidently say that there's not kids that are able to come out of high school and transition to the NBA. When you think about your Kyrie Irvings and your Darius Garlands, the ones that only got a chance to play a couple games and then went straight into the league and still did something.
I'm out though, Cliff. Look who they played a couple games, but they still got the experience. You see, it's just like when you say, well, so-and-so didn't come from this school because, like, let's say Justin Fields. You said he went to Georgia. He got experience. No, bro.
I agree.
Because you want to be honest, because someone like Tyler Hero, if Tyler Hero didn't go to Kentucky for that 1 year, my dude could still be in the NBA hooping right now. I'm not hearing none of that shit. Tyler Hero could have went straight from high school to the NBA. Did not need that 1 year at Kentucky.
Well, see, regardless of a Tyler Hero, even when I think of a Darius Garland or a Kyrie Irving, the experience is great and all, but at the same time, in order to get the look to the school, you already had to be something. Now, you might have went to a few practices and all that before you got injured and sat and watched them.
But you had to be that guy where you were coming
before you even came into that situation. And if you look at styles of play, I think that style that they already had, they could have maintained in the league and at least been role players.
Because it's like schoolyard ball for someone like Kyrie and Darius Garland. I don't even think there's really any structure to their game.
But it's beyond the ball. Look
at you go to Kentucky to get bigger, stronger. You know what I'm saying?
But Tyler Hero, seriously, I'm not saying he didn't get bigger and stronger. He literally came out of Kentucky the same exact player he was when he went in, bro. He was doing the exact same thing before he even went to Kentucky.
He learned how to play with a team of dogs, though.
Bro,
he learned how to play with a team of dogs.
He still plays the exact same way he played in high school, bro.
But you ended up in a city like Miami. You needed that experience to learn how to play with a team of dogs.
But I think he learned more. I think he learned more getting thrown into Miami than he did in Kentucky. I don't think he learned as much as they're saying that.
Now. Don't act like
but the experience that they're saying that you have to come from college to the NBA, it's not that much. Like, I don't understand. Like,
I think it does well.
Especially when
it does, but you don't have to have it to transition no matter what.
No, okay. You don't have to have it, but I think it's doing well. Mm-hmm. You getting more first timers right now coming in the league, fucking going off.
But the argument was that there are no high schoolers that can transition, and I'm just saying.
No, it's not about transition.
It's history. It's a bunch of guys that's done it.
Competing. It's the competitiveness. I don't doubt that they can't transition. I doubt that they transition and become a starter right away. To become
okay, so now we're saying they can't come in and be a starter. All right. The question was that if Bronny is better than some of the people on League Pass, could they come in and play? Not that if they could come in and be starters and all this shit. The question was,
he could come in and play, but he wouldn't.
Okay, thank you. He
wouldn't get much time.
Move on, Cliff. All right, Malcolm answers it.
I think it depends, though. I think it depends on what team he goes to, because there's a lot of teams that could use.
So why couldn't he play for the Magic? Why couldn't he play for the Magic?
But right now the league is stacked on guards. The league is overpopulated.
But you just said Markelle Fultz's ass, so why couldn't Bronny replace him?
That's a poor example. Michael Carter-Williams still balls. He still plays. Gary Harris still balls. He still.
They're on their way out. Not Gary Harris, but Michael Carter-Williams out of his way of the league. Bronny on his way in. Why would you?
But how can you say?
Like, what are you talking about? They're on
how would you
two
say
different
that Michael?
paths.
How would you say that Michael Carter's on the way out, but Markel's still productive?
But as an organization, are you looking at? I'm going to take my luck with this old ass nigga right here that has been here, and we've given him 5 chances, and we're gonna look at Bronny, somebody that could be the face, and just the fact that his name is Bronny, he could be the face of our franchise. We could give him a shot.
Michael Carter-Williams is 6'5". Bronny will never have the.
So you're taking him over. Bronny's what, 6'3"? 2 inches, cool. I don't care. Bronny's a solid player. Like, I'm not worried about that 2 inches.
Hey, it's gonna be tough for Bronny in that league, man.
Bro, but he has his dad to work out with. It's gonna be hard for him to be ass for the person that he's with.
It's no different than Michael Jordan and his kids. Just because your kid doesn't mean they have your genetics.
Michael Jordan's kids didn't even want to play ball.
That's fine, but my whole point is whether you want to play ball or not, you're not going to get the same exact genetics that your dad has.
Is this his junior or senior year that he's in?
Senior year.
This is his senior year, and he goes to college for however long.
That's why. Remember, they talked about him where he's going to go because it's senior year.
I think he's going to go to Ohio State. It's the only thing that makes sense.
USC. Right at the crib.
I mean, California.
It's going to be Ohio State.
Don't go no damn USC.
No, Ohio State.
No, if he goes to USC, it makes no sense at all.
No.
Or Nike.
If anything, UCLA would make.
Yeah, but no one goes to USC.
But UCLA would make.
What do you mean?
No, don't.
Who goes to US? Like, what's the last big name commit that went to USC?
He only got 3 schools.
You trying to keep your draft stock, Bronny? Don't.
No, he doesn't have only 3 schools. He only has 3 schools that people say that they think he's going to go to. No, he hasn't came out and said a fucking word.
Well, that's what it's been.
People be talking for it. So. People be talking for them.
Yeah. Because he could easily go to.
He could go anywhere. He could go
to the
Ignite. He could go to fucking.
Right. And I think that would be the best move if it was me.
And I think LeBron is the type of person that would let him go to Ignite. Go straight to the G League.
Why not?
Pops can see him play.
At that point, LeBron got to do his best Shaquille O'Neal impersonation. You got to make your own decision.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But my thing is LeBron has said that Bronny, since day one, he never forced him to pick up a ball. Since day one, he has always just been by his side and wanted to play ball.
Right.
So to have that passion in you and not do something just because your daddy's making you do it or he feels like that you need to do it, I feel like that's the difference between a lot of people's kids, because a lot of people's kids, they feel like that they can't even live up to that. And I don't think Bronny even wants to be his dad. I think he just wants to be his own basketball player.
I think Bronny is more skilled. Bronny is more skilled than his dad was at that age.
For sure. For sure. LeBron could not shoot like that when he was in high school.
Couldn't pull up, couldn't spot up like that. Couldn't.
Right about that.
He passed a little bit, but LeBron wasn't even thinking about passing like that.
Right.
He might be more skilled, but he won't be as nearly as.
But here's the thing, though. Now here's the thing, and this is a very good possibility, right? Because he is still in that growing age where if he gets another inch or two. And starts getting that grown man jump, that you could start seeing him develop into old school LeBron with
but
that.
It's not fair to hold him to be LeBron.
No, not at
That's
all.
not fair.
No, but I'm saying the issue that people are underwhelmed with when it comes to Bronny, why everybody's hating on him, is because they don't see Bron in him. They don't see him going up, doing crazy. And he does pull him off, but that's not what he looks for. He looks for the actual play, the movement of the team. You know what I'm saying? His shots, he's setting shit up. That was shit that his dad didn't do. His dad was looking to, I'm going straight to the hole. You're not fast enough to keep up with me. I'm going to dunk every time.
LeBron also didn't have LeBron as a dad.
Exactly.
Show him that.
But didn't you hear me say, and this was last year when we was talking about the NBA, I said LeBron James's favorite player is Steph Curry. Why you think he takes these deep threes nowadays? Because he likes what he sees out of Steph. So if he has a chance to mold his son into the player he wishes he was, I guarantee you he's doing that. And you can see
LeBron wishes he was Steph Curry.
No,
nobody said wishes.
That's what you just. That's literally what you just said. You said the player that he wishes he was. I'm literally repeating what you just said.
Well, you know what I mean, though. Not the player itself. Nobody wants to. Why would you limit yourself if
right?
But you know what I'm saying. That he never had that shot. He started developing that at the back end of his career. But let's be honest.
In Cleveland, he can shoot a little bit.
But it was the back end of his career that he started developing it. Now, we both know he wishes he had that shot his whole career.
But at the same time, he does. But at the same time,
so it looked like he didn't need it to be the all-time leading scorer.
No, not at all. Not at all. But if I'm looking at it like my son has my genetics, he has my flight ability, but he needs to have this shot. I guarantee, because every IG pic or YouTube video is them taking shots in the driveway from deep.
Right, but at the same time, I think LeBron knows. Yeah, this is my son. He has some of my genetics, but he's not going to be my size. He's not going to probably be as big and as dominant and as strong as me. He probably won't be. Probably won't. So let me help mold his game towards another side of things, and far as the shooting, the skill, because he knows
especially
he's not going
to be healthy wise.
Like my son, Cliff, my son's not going to be built like me, and I'm not saying that he can't. He's just not going to be built like me.
But
he's not.
But that's not an issue, because you don't have to be dominant either.
You don't have to be, but we're talking about LeBron. LeBron's your father. He's always going to get compared to his dad. Doesn't matter. Till the day he dies, no matter what, he could be voting. Well, your dad voted this way, did it at this angle. He's always going to be compared to his dad. That's just, you took on the name. That's why I didn't name my son Junior. You got your own name, bruh. Because you're always going to be compared to your dad, especially him, right? Because he's Bronny Jr. So my whole point is, no matter what he does, they're going to compare him to his dad. Always. They're always going to say, well, your dad did this better. You didn't do this right. Your dad was the all-time scoring leader. You didn't get there. You can't.
You never know. You never fucking know. That's what I'm saying.
He won't be his dad. He won't be. All right, let me ask you this. How many greats y'all know? There's a few. where their kids grew up to be as good as them or better? There's a few, but how many do we typically see where that happens? Not many. Right?
I mean, it's been more recently than
Ken Griffey Jr. was better than his dad, right?
Well, I think the Mannings was better than their dad.
The Mannings were better than their dad. The Currys are better than Dale.
Mm-hmm. I think it's different now than it was back then, though, because now basketball is across the globe. That wasn't the case. But it wasn't the case. It wasn't as readily available to everyone's fingertips. It wasn't on the tip of your phone, your iPhone or anything like that way back in the day when Jordan's Kids was coming up. Now you can keep an eye on a player from middle school throughout if you so chose or knew his name. So now you have kids that are interested in clout based on that alone. That was something that we could not get back when I came up because there was no social media to track it. But trust and believe, if you could build up, people want views anyway. If they wasn't playing sports, they'd be doing something stupid in the street to get it.
Right.
Or doing a TikTok dance. Right. So now that you can get that from the thing that you're already good at, it inspires kids to want to continue doing it, which is why you see a Scottie Pippen Jr., a Bronny James Jr., Kenyon Martin Jr., the list goes on. Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
It go
like if I play ball, I'll instantly be lit because my daddy was LeBron and I'm on social media.
But I'm just saying that I get that, but the question is, do we really believe that these next generation players will be better than their fathers?
No one believes that, and no one should have to.
That was my question. But
like the only person you could really hold that standard to is really Bronny.
But again, it depends.
That's a one of a kind player. Someone like Kenyon Martin and players like that, those players can be replicated.
But again,
the Currys.
But again, it depends, though. That's what I'm saying, because we got to. I'm glad you said that. We got to a point where we're here with Steph Curry. But trust and believe, back in the day, there was a point where there was a Dale Curry who was considered to be the best shooter. Yeah. And nobody expected anybody to come around to be shooting like him. And along comes his privileged son, like you said.
2 times smaller than he was.
The best shooter ever.
Who shits on shit. So we can't be... and half of the reason that took place is because the game evolved into this place.
And but his road was so much different than his dad.
We're thinking about it from the way that the game was to the way we know it to be now. But there's no way we can think about the game the way it will be, because it hasn't gotten there yet. And we don't know that these kids might not be better equipped to play in that game than our greats were to play in theirs.
Let's just hope they can stay
healthy, Who are we to tell these kids that... Who are we to tell Bronny that he can't be better than his daddy one day?
It's not about
his daddy went
it's about being realistic. I'm a realistic person.
You are a realistic person, but I remember when... I don't remember, but I just remember hearing everything, but... You remember when LeBron first came in, they said LeBron could never, ever, ever be number 1 leading scorer in the league.
Did they? I mean, I don't know. Did they say that?
That was a record that was held for how long?
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm sure they said nobody could do it.
I wouldn't doubt it, but I can't remember like a specific quote from someone. But yeah, I wouldn't doubt you at all. I guarantee
because
that
LeBron was we all know LeBron was being tracked like. So you talk about no social media back then. Like LeBron was being tracked as a kid by the world.
But that's how...
But you got to think about at that time, that's when And One and everything was out too, though. So that's like the start of hoop mixtapes and shit like that. You know what I mean? So like...
that was the test market. That was to see how many people are interested in.
For sure.
And it went well, so they started doing that, still in the model. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I think in that also, but that was because of how prolific LeBron was at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, Bronny is nice, but like LeBron was like the only thing being talked about when he was coming out. Bronny's not the only. Like, there's so many other people I hear them talk about more than Bronny. So
but what's the one nigga?
But without social media, there wouldn't be. You wouldn't know. You would hear about Bronny.
True. No, you're right.
You would hear about the best. the most known player, which would be Bronny because he's LeBron's son. But now with social media, every kid can upload every single dunk they do, every single half-court shot they make.
And now you're like, who the fuck is he? Fuck James, fuck Bronny.
They just dropped 45 on Lil Wayne. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's true. Social media.
They don't even got to drop a clip of fans.
Because wasn't it that one nigga? What's the nigga's name that they was saying was better than LeBron, but didn't he go to jail or something?
No. There's always that.
It was somebody that they said that was better than LeBron, and he I think he ended up going to jail in college or something like that, and that was the end of his career.
That sounds like a real life story.
That sounds like some Creed 3 shit.
It does sound
like some crazy shit.
I can't think of his name, but it was a little like a quick documentary I seen about it. They was built the same. I think he was a year older, and they was talking about he used to bust LeBron's ass in AAU every year. And then but LeBron was getting all the publicity, of course.
I believe it.
I can't think of his name, man. That's gonna drive me crazy.
The people that fall to the streets of jail, that happens all the time. I believe there's people out there that could have been LeBron or some of the.
They said it was somebody better than Michael Jordan.
No, I don't think. Even if said dude that I'm talking about was to have not have that misfortunate thing happen to him, and he was to continue out his career.
Oh, Lenny Cook.
Is that him? Is that who I'm thinking?
Cook.
Okay.
Lenny Cook. Yep.
But even if that didn't happen to him, right? I'm not saying that he would have been built like LeBron, because let's be honest, like, we can all say this man was built for that shit.
Right.
God put him on this earth to do what he's doing, and he's doing it well.
He could have done a couple things. Like, boy could have.
Damn, they said Lenny Cook was averaging 25 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks a game. They said in his junior year playoff games, he averaged 31.5 points a game, bro.
That's crazy.
Going crazy.
Damn.
In Ohio, going crazy. And then, like Cliff said, he just got in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Blew it all.
That's one thing about Bron. He never got in trouble.
Right, that's what's up. That's what's really impressive about it, especially where you coming from.
Yeah. But Bron just
been
saw
all over the world too.
Yeah, Bron saw the vision early though. You know what I mean?
He was put here for that.
Yeah, for sure.
That nigga was just talented, but he I don't know what I'm here for. What I'm wandering this earth for.
Bron had a mission for sure.
Speaking of, not to transition, but that guy Ja Morant seems to be doing the same thing. Like, what am I here for?
Honestly, the way I look at it with the Ja Morant situation is he's 23. He's 23. He's an idiot. Yes, he's an idiot.
Say what? There was a lot of 23-year-olds.
Think about my little brother is 23, and I'm just thinking of if my little brother had millions, how would my 23-year-old brother act? And if I was 23,
if he was acting like
different.
that, he's
you gotta think about it, bro.
Well, here's why I'm saying it's different.
Not everybody changes because of money, though, and Ja's one of those people that did not change because you gave him a bag.
I get that. I'm just saying it's different, and I love your little brother.
If Ja was always
wild, we know he's been wild
different.
since he was in elementary. That little boy been wild since he was able to piss outside. That little boy been wild.
Yeah.
So that's a little different. You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying, though.
But regardless, you're groomed. You're groomed to come up a certain way.
You come from a good fit.
But all he did was flash the gun. He didn't point the gun, and he didn't even have his finger on a trigger. All he did was
And while
I get what you're saying, but he did not harm anybody.
And while I don't see anything wrong with it, it's extremely unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
But he did not harm a single.
And you know, like we talked about, Malk, you know the powers that be is looking at that like we can't allow that shit to happen because the little kids coming up that's really about that life.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
are gonna be like, "Oh, Job was doing that. It's cool," and then you really gonna start seeing shit happening.
That's the only reason I say anything about it is because of the kids. But other than that, bro, he's a grown ass man.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing wrong.
That's bringing attention to him. That's bringing like people gonna be like, "Oh, you really want that type of smoke, bro?"
Like, I get that, but at the same time, he's worth $150+ million.
Right, there's nothing wrong with having the gun in the club. There's nothing wrong with having the gun in the club.
But nothing at all.
But why do you show? Why am I on live and why am I showing?
He's a 23-year-old immature male. You get what I'm saying?
You trying to get
your life taken, and it's not even that.
And I'm sorry.
Something. He just lives in an era of
pause. Let me preface, because
he's not a rapper, bro. He's trying to be a rapper.
All I'm saying
why
is,
do you have to be a rapper?
Hold up. All I'm saying, I want to clear it up for the YouTube police. I'm just saying it's okay to have a gun in the club if you're worth that much money. I'm not promoting people having guns in clubs. I'm just saying if you are worth what Jai's worth, I don't have an issue with you having a gun in the club.
Not one bit. Gilbert Arenas said he carried a gun every single day of his career.
I get it.
But he wasn't flashing it, bro.
Like, Gilbert Arenas got in trouble for guns. What are you talking about?
But he didn't flash it,
shit, bro. Like what?
But Ja wasn't in the locker room. He was at a club that the NBA don't own.
Bruh, but he's on IG Live, nigga.
And that's why Colorado dropped the charges, and that's why he's not going to get charged for nothing because it's dumb as hell. He's a grown ass man.
But is that why he's currently suspended?
No, he's currently suspended because they said that he brought it on the plane.
And that's what's weird to me, though. Because why would you assume?
When you're in an NBA and like that, they have their own hangars. You don't have to go through TSA.
But regardless, though, why would they assume that he was to bring the gun on the plane?
Because they were playing Denver the night before and they went out the night after.
Remember, that's what I was telling you.
That's how they traveled.
That he allegedly traveled with it and took it out.
Right, and like I said, he was out with his boys in the video. And they can't take the team plane.
That's true.
So why would you not think that they didn't bring it to them?
I don't even know if you have to take the team plane.
They hop on the PJ with the dad, though. The homies.
You know? That's why
regardless, if they brought it, that's different. You know what I mean? It's different. He didn't do nothing wrong if they brought that to him.
I don't think he did anything wrong. That's why they dropped the 50-game indefinite suspension or whatever, and it's only 4 games now. He'll be back in 4.
Okay.
Yeah. He'll be back. They said at least the next 4. He'll be back. Okay. He's gonna miss at least.
Because it doesn't. Even if he did bring it on the team plane, how the fuck are you gonna prove it?
And the only reason that they said that they were going to suspend him for 50 because Colorado pressed those charges against him or whatever. But then they said today that they dropped their investigation because they couldn't even prove that he was the one that brought the gun in the club. And they couldn't find the gun, so they don't even know if the gun was real.
And you can't have a gun in the club.
But they can't find the gun, so they don't even know if he actually brought it in or if it was somebody else's gun.
You can have a gun in the club.
And yeah, you can't have a gun in the club. It really just depends on where you are. If there's a sign on the door, it just depends. Like,
I don't think you can have a gun in the club.
Oh, you mean legally?
You can't consume. You can't.
Oh, I was about to say, if I don't get wanted in the club, I can have a gun in the club.
I'm just saying, there's I know a lot of instances where guns were in clubs.
Yeah. Rappers, you think these rappers are in the clubs without guns? And back to what you were saying, CT, I don't think
it's not for John, though. I know he's not a rapper. Right, I know he's not a rapper, but if you're worth that much, especially in the era that
banging young boy like he
But why if you are into rap, you're into urban lifestyle, you are into protecting yourself. That's what I would call it.
Why do you gotta go on live?
Color, you might call it
why you gotta go on live?
Because he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. He's a grown ass man. I don't understand. Like we live in a world to where other grown men try to dictate how other grown men should act.
Yeah, but when you're the face of a franchise, you got deals with.
Yeah, bro. When you different people.
But that's what I'm saying. That is the only thing that you can say is that man.
You a goofy.
The only thing you can say, CT, is that man did that because he has kids looking at him. Other than that, I don't want to hear about you saying he wants to be a rapper. He wants to be all that. Why does he want to be a rapper? Because he's doing it. I don't understand. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Just because
I'm just saying he's trying to live the rapper lifestyle, bro. Flashing a gun, like, you know.
I have a gun. I flash guns. I don't never want to be no rapper. You see me have a gun in my hand. I don't want to be no rapper.
Listen, if you see,
bro, and you're not Ja Morant, bro. You not play for the fucking Memphis Grizzlies.
Listen, if I'm flashing a gun, you gonna see that motherfucker flash. I'm not followers, bro. Like flashing a gun. I'm not showing nobody my gun. If my gun is pulled out, it is gonna be a muzzle flash. The only thing that you see.
But y'all got to understand a lot of shit that was going on with him before. People were bullshitting with him saying, "Oh, Ja ain't this." People were.
It doesn't matter. It's just fuck all that. It's a weird time to wild out. It's a weird time to wild out, regardless.
Just because he's 23, that's okay.
Cliff, how old are you?
I'm old as shit. I'm 36.
Okay, and you probably think a lot different than somebody that's 13 years younger than you.
I know me as a young man is a different man you're speaking to. But at the same time, what I'm getting at is me as a young man wasn't the guy who came up on the basketball courts through elementary and AAU and all that. Like, you are programmed to be a certain way. Even when you're in high school, I remember being on a football team. When it was home games, you could wear your jersey. When it was away, you wore a button up. That's programming you for how it's going to be.
Bridges, LaMelo Ball, everybody's tripping.
It's just weird when you have an opportunity like that, knowing that there's so many niggas that don't never get the chance to get it, and you're willing to be so loose with it. That's what's weird about it.
You see, Miles.
I just think it's so weird. If it wasn't for him being the face of a franchise, say he was like a Dylan Brooks, would it matter?
It was it would still be weird though.
How much would it really matter though?
Like CT said, I don't know if they keep him.
Okay.
I don't why I mean I don't know. Like
I'm just saying it's not as weird because CT just said Ja has all these eyes on him. Somebody like Dylan Brooks ain't got that many eyes on them, bro. So it's like,
but you're still a role model, though. That's what I'm saying.
I guess.
In the NBA, you have a code of conduct contract that you have to sign and you have to maintain.
You got endorsement deals, dude. Like, you really want to lose.
You're representing someone.
You got a shoe you about to release in April. Like,
what did the man do other than let motherfuckers know he had a gun?
You aiming guns, putting lasers.
He did not aim no gun. The gun was literally pointed down.
I'm talking about the laser shit to the bus. No, I'm not talking about that.
How do you know that was him though? You don't even know that was him. That's why
his name was brought in it, bro.
It got dropped. Okay, but the investigation got dropped. CT, you're sitting here talking about allegations. You're somebody that
the fight with the 17-year-old, like he pulled a gun.
Okay, did he get in trouble for that? Why are we talking about allegations?
I'm not saying he's just escaping all this shit, bro. I'm just saying his name is getting brought up and everything.
He's allegedly escaping it.
He's allegedly it's go
until somebody comes in and say Ja Morant pointed a gun at me. I ain't hearing it.
I get that. I get that completely. I definitely get that. It's just like you're getting so much. You're coming into yourself, like financially. Like you thought you had bread, now you're really about to see bread, and it's like as soon as they cut you the signing bonus, you about to wild out and fuck up the bag.
He'll get it together. He'll get it together. You know he'll get it together. But you just got to realize he's 23. I
completely understand it.
Was he not finna get whooped by Shannon Sharp?
They would have beat the shit out of him. All of them would have jumped the shit. You know they would have jumped him on that court.
As they should have. I'm not about to say though.
As they should
have. They would have went Hawk mode.
No, they would have got him together. You already know. And T would have jumped in too.
I'm telling you right now, I know Shannon got some hands. I ain't gonna doubt that.
He definitely got some hitters. Uncle Shannon.
But I'm telling you right now, when your boy Big Conan Steven Adams stepped up, you saw Shannon Sharp take a step back. He did not.
Yeah, for sure.
He did not. He was not bucked like he was when everybody else when Steven Adams came.
He said you can get it too.
And I'm sure he could put it to a Steven Adams, but I don't know.
But I was also thinking that like Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies are selling an image that people are buying, and part of that image is
that they're tough guys.
not tough guys, but Memphis has always been grit and grind, always. No matter what squad you go back to, they are always been grit and grind.
But at the end of the day, you don't want an NBA player to be the next young Dolph.
But think about the players
that's a bad look. That's a bad look.
Think about who fuels the Memphis organizations, though.
R.I.P. the great, by the way. But
that's what I'm saying. He think he's a rapper, bro.
He doesn't think he's in the environment. That's the environment he's living in right now, bro. That is just, I don't understand how you think you're something that you're actually becoming. Like, I don't understand.
No, I'm sure a lot of the people that he's rocking with are close friends and family members, but it's like, at the same time,
stop telling this man that he's faking. Just because he's acting like that, I mean he's faking.
I think he is.
No, I mean, you ain't never hear it come out of my mouth that I think he's faking. I'm just saying, to be in that position, and that's one thing that you can say about me. I may be an ignorant motherfucker, but I've never been a nigga to let somebody fuck my bag up. And what I'm saying is, if you rocking with me, I appreciate you rocking with me, right? But you're not about to do anything to fuck my bag up right now. So I just signed with Nike. You hear what I'm saying? So you hold this. If I get drunk and ask for it, you better turn your motherfucking hip and walk away.
But at the same time, he's fucking his own
from the game.
But can you really be mad if you fuck your own bag up?
But I mean, that's up to your nigga at the time. Because trust and believe, if I'm holding for you and you ask for it, why are you even asking for it? You don't need it. Yeah. You don't need it.
See,
are you about to be the one handling it?
Everybody's different because I see how you feel, but I feel
you
like
don't need that. I got this for a reason, so you don't need it. That's weird.
I need my shit.
Well, it's not yours, first and foremost, because the NBA is currently trying to find out whose it was, so it better be mine.
The bargaining agreement, you are allowed to own as many guns as you want as long as you don't bring it on NBA property. And the only problem is that they thought he brought it on the plane.
That's weird. That's weird for you to even assume
Dude's just doing too much. If you would think you get one
but
strike,
he allegedly, but he didn't bring it on the plane. They dropped the charges. Colorado dropped the charges. I guess probably one of his dogs said that it was theirs. You feel me?
My guy AA Ron, the dot connector, period, in between.
What up, Aaron?
Hey, how you feel about the whole Josh situation?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that.
Oh, well, I mean, shit. I think y'all just said it. Why do you have that? Shouldn't it be somebody else doing that for you?
He's an idiot. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't it be a young one if you really are? Everybody keeps saying he's a part of an organization. If that's the case, there should be somebody there to handle that for you.
Right, your Prince should never even be touching this motherfucker.
You should just be looking at people like him.
Man.
Go get him.
He just ain't there yet. He just ain't there yet. He's 23. He ain't even thinking about having bodyguards and shit.
But see, it's up to the OGs to get you right, and
the OG, his daddy.
That's what I mean. If you don't have an OG, you have a father.
But here's the problem, Cliff, and they make a good point about this with these young athletes. How do you tell your child, which is a grown man, what to do, how to live?
Yeah, I'm sorry. If I got more money than my daddy ain't telling me a damn thing.
Right, and that's the truth, though.
My daddy.
Listen, and I don't care how
I pay my daddy's bill. It ain't a damn thing.
I don't care how ignorant it sound, and it may not sound ignorant, especially coming from a girl's perspective. I just thought about it with my daughter. If my child has the money, I am the guy holding the strap. Especially John Morant's dad. He out there kicking it with him anytime, anyway.
Yeah,
so why not be that?
Right.
Listen. All I'm saying is you can trust and believe I'm going to be the guy. Nah, G.
And he do be sipping.
Man, stop.
Always got a cup.
He
That's the problem. His dad is probably more like his friend.
That's what I'm saying. His dad turned into his homie.
And if that works for you, and it clearly has in that situation, it seems, that's fine. But
it's the draft.
But I can't allow you. Like, why you gonna throw it away? Why would you throw it away?
Hey, the draft.
I'll hold it for you before you need to hold it. That's all I'm saying.
That is true.
I'll come out with you. I'll be the designated holder.
And he was saying all those words in that rap song.
Fast forward. I'm holding. Fuck. Know it.
Don't say that.
Fake rapper. Fake John Morant rapper.
And I know he was drunk though.
Of course he was drunk.
You know he was lit. He definitely looked lit because he wasn't saying none of the words right.
But bro, y'all just lost.
I noticed that too. He's
they lost for that. And he did that dumb shit.
But if you know he wasn't saying none of them words right, I was like, I know this song, and bro, you were over
in
there.
Denver, like it's saying popping.
Nah, you always drunk when you taking a picture or something, and you grab your nigga around the neck and bring him in like.
Facts. And then you got the part. You feel me?
You always drunk. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but you're drunk.
I really want to say that I feel like Ja did get that strap off of somebody else. And just the fact that in this world today, you can't even be a famous person on your own live. You feel me? Like, I really just feel like bro was just having fun, got caught slipping, and motherfuckers, you know how fast people screenshot shit, bro. Like, he could have literally had... But I'm saying it just sucks that you can't even have fun like on your own.
Probably had 10,000 followers.
Flashing the gun in the club ain't fun, bro. That ain't fun. That's food.
But where I'm from, CT, you know damn well if you see a gun in a club, you're not going to be alarmed.
Right. I mean,
if you're pulling out guns, nigga, it must be something about to go on. Like.
Right.
I don't look at it like that. I guess. I don't, because I've seen too many
clubs. If we at the crib and you doing it, it's cool. But like, if you just doing it at the club, like, I mean, come on, bro.
Shit, I can't even say you ain't.
Maybe if I work for Nike. Maybe if I work for Nike, I understand.
Come on, man. Just got signed to.
That's what I'm saying. If I had that contract, definitely. But
I mean, God bless him. I'm glad he only got 4 though, because it didn't make sense for them to just.
They only did 50 because that's what Gilbert Arenas got. So that was like the standard.
What Gilbert Arenas' situation was different. Is the NBA
still investigating it?
Yeah. No, they're not. It's dropped.
Is it?
The NBA was only investigating it because Colorado put those charges against him. But when Colorado dropped those charges, there's no more charges that could be put on him. So therefore, there's no more investigation.
Yeah, they say no charges. He'll be back in 4 games.
Yeah, that's what's up. I mean, I'm just.
But watch all the hate and stuff. He finna get all the signs.
He's about to hoop. He's about to bring Memphis back, and they're gonna go.
Oh no, I think Memphis gonna ride with him regardless.
They're about to go nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Memphis gonna ride with him regardless.
Because they know how he is.
And it's not that big of a deal. It's like something like that can be not washed under the rug. That he really didn't do no harm, and he can grow from this. You feel me?
I don't like. And let me reiterate. I don't think that it's a huge deal so much as I think it's just the compound of everything going on. That's like, what, my nigga, what are you going through? Like, what's going on?
And it happened so fast. They said he beat up the 17-year-old kid. Then they said he brought out the gun in the club.
Allegedly for all those.
Yeah, all alleged stuff, but all happened too fast.
Yeah,
so they're like, you got to sit down.
Yeah, keep your name out of shit. Lay low, G.
But that's why they said that's the only reason they asked him to go away is because he's 23 and the media can get him to say some shit that he don't need to get to say. You feel me?
And they don't need that around the team. Steven Adams said he had his team meeting, like
player only meeting.
Chill out.
Say that.
Yeah, he was like, we need to chill, like everything off the court, just be chill. And then he did that after the fact.
He said, "Don't be going out. Don't be breaking curfew."
Yeah, like, and we just lost.
But I think the average age on the Memphis Grizzlies is like 24, 25, bro.
Right, and none of them are doing that besides Josh.
I swear, you talk about like
not none of Dylan Brooks just tried to give Shannon Sharp hands on the court.
That's
you're
different.
saying
That's completely.
How's that different? He just tried to fight this man on national television.
No, he did not.
LeBron James.
No, he didn't.
You said what you say, Aaron? And I don't think it was that deep, but what you say?
Shannon Sharp is in love with LeBron James.
He is, right.
He was about to go off. He was about to go throw hands with this man. And LeBron ain't finna go there and help you.
Yeah. I don't know why he was thinking that he had some support and help. Only thing that was going to happen, he was going to get thrown out the game.
He was gonna smack one of them too.
But at the end of the day, Darren, that's two different situations. You getting into it with someone potentially as some kind of conflict or dispute, and you flashing a gun are two different things.
But I'm just saying that's just I'm not saying that they will all flash guns, but that narrative of, like you said, bad boys, I feel like the whole Memphis Grizzlies team is running with that, and they gonna continue to run with that.
And then they'll turn into the Las Vegas Raiders, and niggas start getting locked up.
That's not.
Tell
this nigga to stop.
That's the truth. I mean,
and at the same time, bro, you gotta the Charlotte Hornets are the same way. I just feel like right now it's just like
no, they not.
The league is about to change. Okay, so you're telling me LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges smoking weed and drinking lean on camera is not the same thing as holding a gun?
Yeah, no, that might be worse.
No, I don't think it's worse.
No, it might be worse.
Miles Bridges actually wants to be a rapper, so you want to call somebody an actual rapper and want to.
Bronny got caught on camera.
Miles Bridges said that he sells dog food.
Well, no, he didn't get caught on camera. That nigga broadcasted the shit, and I don't think that there's any problem with the weed in that scenario.
But on camera, you got kids, right? That's what you got. You're a role model. You're a role model, though. But
I don't even think the Bronny shit got talked about.
But not every household wants their kids to want to smoke weed.
Right. I mean, you're always
Nike doesn't want their players to endorse smoking weed.
Yeah, but there's natural lines, right? Like I feel like companies, because weed's legal in a lot of places, as we know. So I feel like these days it's not as frowned upon as much as we think it is.
I agree with that 1,000%. Now, the issue that I would have is the drinking of lean, because nobody can prove what's in your cup. But as long as you're alluding to, that's still not a good. That's not a good.
That's not a good look. It's not a good look. The same as just holding a gun. It's not a look as pointing their cup and be like, "Look what's in my cup," sipping. You're basically alleging that you're doing a crime, and he's alleging he's doing a crime. So I'm holding it. If we're holding that there, I'm holding that there.
I don't even know if. Well, I guess the holding a gun in the club would be a legend of a crime.
You bring a gun smoke. He won't problems, man. If anything would happen that night, it'd been on Jaw hands.
But like just because he had a gun, don't mean that it always got to be that serious. The man literally just had a gun.
Let's hear what Aaron about to say. We got to wrap the conversation up.
Kind of forgot, to be honest. I was sitting there going through my head like, fuck.
All I know is it started with all I'm saying is.
All I'm saying is I don't know what I'm talking about.
But I mean, God bless him. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully nothing comes from it, and they don't Kanye this nigga off of Nike. Go ahead.
It's just always one of us black dudes too that do this dumb shit.
If this was like if this was a lesser talent, that nigga be out the league.
That's what I said. Right.
Yeah, y'all said that already.
I agree.
I said that. That's what if it was somebody else, it would have been out the league.
Yeah, and I mean, it comes from that. Like, you gonna have that when you have ego, especially people that are that good, because you know.
But what crime did he do to get kicked out?
Unlawful possession of a weapon in a
That's
public.
Not unlawful.
In a public.
They just said there's no charges and he did nothing wrong. So what's unlawful about what he did?
Well, I'm saying they investigated and they found out it wasn't unlawful eventually. But that's
so what did he do wrong? Why would he be out of the league?
But let's keep it a buck. Like I think somebody said in the beginning of the show, you pull out a gun, everybody in the club ain't you. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody don't think that motherfuckers is just pulling out a gun to take a picture. And it was chrome and pretty, motherfucker. Get a burner. What are y'all holding in there? But all I'm getting at is, if a motherfucker pull out a gun inside of a place where you're not supposed to have weapons for that very reason, because there's alcohol being served, that's a cause for an alarming situation. Could have been a lot worse than it was. Luckily, you're in VIP, and it seemed like it was kind of empty in the video.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It seemed like there was not many people around him, and they were in Colorado. So,
but it's still weird. There's no reason. But
I'm going to Colorado next week. I'm finna test out this.
Don't test it out, my nigga.
I'm going to Denver next week, bro. I'm gonna be in the club. I already got the strap. So what's happening?
Right.
I just don't think that he'll do something like this again. I don't think it's a big deal, and I don't think that it warrants anyone to be out of the league.
Like, no, he probably got a
no, not at all. Not at all. It doesn't warrant anybody to be out the league. I don't think that at all. I did want to bring up that Kendrick Perkins situation.
Bro, him giving LeBron the work?
Nah, about the MVP race, about everybody calling him racist.
Oh.
His thoughts on behind why the MVP gets selected the way it does each year.
Yeah, it was a bad look.
Oh, he don't like Jokic. He be saying
no. He didn't say that. He said he.
But question.
Yeah.
Oh, you're sorry, Cliff.
Nah. What's your question?
My question is, if you think that if most of the MVP voters were black, do you think Jokic would ever win another one? No.
Well, see, no, here's my thing, right? And it's funny that you say that because that was his point, because he didn't say anything too crazy, but you could tell where he was going, right? But there's some truth to what he's saying. Because, first of all, I didn't know that 80% of the voters were white and 20% were other. I didn't know that.
And some of them didn't even play ball.
But regardless of that, I don't have an issue with JJ Redick defending the situation because he did it well. But my whole thing is there is some truth rooted in that, right? Because when you think about a Nikola Jokic on path to getting his third MVP in a row, Steph Curry was the first to get 2, right?
No. Back to back?
Back to back, I mean.
No, Bron did too.
What years?
08, 09, then he did it in 11 and 12. He did it twice.
Did he?
Yeah.
Regardless, it doesn't affect what I'm saying is Steph had to get a championship. Bron Ben had a championship. Nikola Jokic is on path to getting 3 in a row and has yet to get to a Western Conference Finals.
Or to the second round.
And that's what's wild to me right there. Like, I don't doubt. I think he's currently averaging a triple-double. He should get MVP on path the way I'm looking at things.
So it's a regular
But at what point are you going to say most valuable player on... Like, I feel like at some point you're going to have to say most valuable player on one of the most valuable come-ups on a team. I won't say most valuable team, but most valuable come-up. So, say this year he takes him to second round or pass. How is he the MVP and he's doing exactly what he did the last 2 or 3 fucking years?
Right,
he ain't did nothing different. That don't make no sense.
It's a
he ain't did nothing different.
Well, see, it's funny that you say that as well because I've always had the question: what does MVP actually mean? Is that most valuable player to a team? Is that most valuable player like as far as like league and like stats overall? What exactly do you mean?
I always thought it should be most improved. I always thought it should be most improved, like not most improved team, but if you carry your team as also carrying yourself, you're an MVP to me. But if you're carrying yourself and you're not also carrying your team to higher places, how are you the most valuable player to what? What are you?
Because you're not helping shit.
You're just the most valuable player to yourself.
I've always interpreted it as the guy that if you took him off of his team would not be able to make shit shake. I thought Luka was one of them for a while.
And there's only a couple players like that. Giannis, Luka, maybe, LeBron. Jason Tatum is starting to become one of those players to where you say if you take him off your squad, that squad's damn near not going to do much.
I don't know.
He give him 1 or 2 more years, bro.
I don't know.
If you take Jason Tatum off the Boston Celtics, you're saying that you think that they would be where they are right now?
No, not where they are, but I don't know how much worse they would be.
A lot.
I would say they could lose at least 20 more games without Jason Tatum.
Me too.
I think they could still make the playoffs very easily.
No.
His defensively present. His defense is crazy too.
I do.
He shows up in the fourth quarter. He shows up. I just feel like Jason Tatum is literally making that step to where next year he literally might be in MVP talks.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
But Boston can go far next year too. You feel me? It's not like he's just gonna be MVP talk on a trash ass team.
No, not at all. Not at all. And you know what may be fucking me up is because I always viewed, and I'm not saying I do currently, but I always viewed Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as a tandem. Mm-hmm. And it's only been till very recently that he's been taking off and making a name for himself. Because even though he was hitting 30-point games last year, what happened in the finals? He shit the bed. Jason Tatum's had a couple better games. Jaylen Brown had a couple better games than Jason Tatum did.
Yeah. But my thing with that is take Jaylen Brown off the Celtics and give some Jason Tatum somebody like Spencer Dinwiddie. They can still hoop together.
Oh, no, that would be great, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at.
Spencer Dinwiddie and Jaylen Brown aren't as good. Jaylen Brown is that much better than Spencer Dinwiddie.
That's what I'm getting at, though, is that I think Boston has too many weapons in general for me to instantly be looking at Jason Tatum as an MVP. Yeah, you're playing great fucking basketball, but also look at the team you're playing it on.
Who are you basing that off of?
Now, me, I'm looking at, if I'm being honest, I'm looking at a DeMontis Sabonis a little bit more in Sacramento. Take him off of there.
On that Celtics team, though, who are you considered to be like the players that he's playing with, though? They got like Malcolm Brogdon, they got like Derek White, they got
Grant Williams, they got right. But I mean, those are good role players.
They're role players, but they're not anybody that's dropping 30.
But you also got Robert Williams III, who's an absolute dog when he's healthy.
Yeah, but if you took Jaylen Tatum off that team, everybody you just named, they wouldn't even win 40 games.
He is 6'8" center.
Playing game.
Yeah, but he ain't good though.
He ain't good.
He's good. You tripping, Malcolm. You tripping.
It depends on what you. It depends on what you.
Yeah, not at all. Putting up 30. Never.
Not at all. It might be tough for him to put up 20. But what I'm saying, it might be
tough for him to put up 15.
But what I'm saying is the defense, the rebounding, the fucking up plays, all that
blocks a game
is something that you can't just look at his offensive prowess and gauge him as. They don't get that far without him.
Crazy.
I don't know, because they were doing at the beginning of the season. They had Al Horford. He didn't come back to the second half.
Al Horford is an antique. He's only good to post up on the table in the corner and bust a three. Exactly. But what I'm saying is, if you don't have a Robert Williams, it doesn't work for you at all. The nigga had a torn meniscus and was still playing games and refused to get surgery because he still needed to put minutes in. Boston still needed someone big down there.
He's an effort player. He's not a scorer. He's an effort player. He's in there to play defense, hustle, more like a Rodman.
They could get a better big than him if they wanted to, though.
But not that price.
Okay, so right now, the Celtics are 2 games behind the Bucks from having the best record in the league.
Good.
They're up by
45 and 21
in the league. And you're telling me that you don't think that taking Jason Tatum off that team will make them significantly worse?
No, I do think it would make them significantly worse, but I also think that they make the playoffs without him.
I don't know.
Without
Jason Tatum, your Cavs would be so much better than them. The Knicks would be so much better than them. The Nets right now could give them a run for their money with Mikal Bridges.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm glad you brought them up. Think about that. The Nets are a team full of role players. A team full of full role players, not one
role players that are better than the role players that are on the Celtics, though.
You think?
Mikal Bridges was defensive runner-up last year. Like, he's definitely Like,
right on the Suns, he was.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Emmanuel
like
Quickly, Cliff. Who would you rather have, Jaylen Brown or Emmanuel Quickly?
Jaylen Brown.
I'm going Jaylen.
You said Emmanuel Quickly over Jaylen Brown.
I like Quickly. I like
not just do what Quickly did the other night.
I like
Jaylen Brown does it every game. Jaylen Brown does it every game.
Maxey's on his way up. That nigga's on his way up.
Yeah. Now, if you would have said Tyrese Maxey.
But even still, I'm looking Jaylen Brown. I'm still looking Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown every night can come out and give you 25.
He's all around. He's going to score. He's going to play D. He can get you rebounds.
Do you remember in the Batman and Robin movie when Robin tried to run point? Batman was down for a little bit and Robin tried to run point. You remember how that just didn't work out? That's Jaylen Brown. He's a great player, but he needs Batman.
I do agree.
No, but because they can score 30 together. I don't understand how one's Batman and one's Robin.
Right.
They can score 30 together.
Jaylen Brown is Jason Tatum is definitely Batman.
But I get that, but you cannot call Jaylen Brown Robin when that man. How is he Robin?
How is he not?
Wow.
How is he not?
He definitely is.
Okay,
is AD Batman too, Darren?
Okay, so
yeah, AD definitely ain't Batman.
So listen, some nights he Robin, but they ask him to be Batman on nights too.
But see, that's gonna happen. That's the
NBA though. They rest players.
But I get that. But a nigga that you're gonna ask to be Batman sometimes ain't never finna look at himself to be Robin.
Yeah, but deep down, you know.
That's kind of how Kyrie and LeBron.
Repeat that again for me, please.
Somebody that you ask to be Batman when your real Batman ain't around, ain't never finna try to be put in the role as Robin, because clearly you telling me I got the pieces to be that guy. Why the fuck would I want to be the second guy?
Today be Batman. Tomorrow when he come back, I'm need you.
But that's the same thing with Kyrie and LeBron. Why they had problems?
Well, maybe niggas need to get
Kyrie
more.
Was Batman before LeBron came around?
Maybe niggas need to get more Black Panther and less Batman. How about that?
But CT, not every player. I get what you're saying, but not every player that plays basketball cares about winning a fucking ring.
He tried to go to Boston and be the leader.
No, I do agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly, and I think that's been proven time and time again.
What he said, I should have never left for Brian. I regret that.
Right,
I get that, but somebody like Kyrie can get buckets on any
trying
team
to
he goes
make his way
right.
back.
I don't think Kyrie cares. I think Kyrie just wants to play, bro.
Oh no.
Trying to make his way.
No. I think he definitely cares.
He wants to win a ring.
No, I'm not saying he cares that he's not with LeBron. CT keeps on talking about fucking LeBron. Like I don't.
No. Well, I understand why. I understand why, because I do think that Kyrie does still want a ring, and I do think that he believes that the best place to get it would be with LeBron, regardless of age.
The best place for him to be was to ship Chris Paul out and go over there with KD.
He on that mission though. He wants to get one without LeBron.
Because if you want to think about it, Chris Paul is damn near getting just paid just as much as Kyrie is. And he ain't even.
But
playing.
But you're not gonna get what you can get off of Chris Paul to Kyrie isn't gonna match Kyrie.
It's not. But the Lakers don't have anything to give up to match Kyrie.
And you already cleared house for KD. How the fuck you gonna get Kyrie too?
So who could the Lakers give up for Kyrie? What do they have?
We would have gave up Russ, but we didn't.
Russ is not worth Kyrie.
Listen,
you're telling me I'll give you Russ for Kyrie? Bro, you better give me Russ. You better give me I want Austin Reeves. You better give me everybody else that you got with Russ for Kyrie.
Yeah,
you tripping.
Kyrie, you take Russ.
But you ain't just sitting Russ over here for Kyrie.
I said Russ and Austin Reeves and like a second round pick.
A second?
I don't know if they even got picks to give up for real. But what you saying about?
They gave up everything for LeBron and AD.
Adebayo definitely posterized the Cavaliers at some point tonight so far.
I'm sure. We knew that was going to happen. Wow. You can't stop that, man.
But this was unnecessary. This was.
He does that. I think Bam has like 120 something dunks.
I'm gonna get a TV
Bam is going crazy. My nigga got 130 dunks damn near almost this year.
Yeah. Cavs is up by 4, 57, 53.
I need that. I need my parlay to come out.
Dallas, don't know. The Mavs getting whooped on right now.
Dallas losing 59-43 halftime.
So it's not that bad. He said getting whooped on. It's 59.
I said they get whooped on. That's exactly what I said.
You don't expect that to happen, but
16 points.
That ain't no whooping.
I feel like if you down by
halftime's not, especially for the Mavericks. I don't think that's an issue.
That's not an issue.
I think between a Luka, and a Kyrie,
that's 8 points apiece.
It's more so adjustments. You know what I mean? That's more so adjustments. I'm sure they talking defensive adjustments, and Kyrie and Luka is going go regardless.
Wait. What? You talking about Dallas making defense adjustment?
Yeah.
Nah, they ain't got the players to make no fucking defensive adjustment.
But you don't play defense. You can make enough defensive adjustments to.
You know Luka don't play defense, Cliff.
Because they don't got. Is Brandon Ingram playing tonight?
Or Kyrie?
It don't matter. You have no argument for that.
Yeah, Brandon Ingram's playing. He's got 12 points.
New Orleans share the ball very well.
They do. They have to.
They have to. Literally, they have to.
They do. And Zion's out for another 2 weeks with a hamstring injury.
Yeah.
He's too big for his britches, man.
Way too big.
Gonna have to change them knickerbockers.
Yeah, you're gonna have to drop 20 pounds or something, 10, 15 pounds, something. You got to lose some weight, bro.
They said that they shot too high on that contract. They was like, damn, we gave him too much weight. We should have brought this down a little bit lower. We should have told him he got to maintain 165. We gave him too much weight.
For every pound you lose, you get an extra $5 million.
Get the fuck out of here.
You lose 20 pounds, we give you another $100 million.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
NBA of Oprah Winfrey.
I'll be in the sauna suit.
Yeah, that nigga be passed out Peter Griffin with his ankle by his ass.
I'm fucking sick.
The fuck? I'm just saying, like, that. I do think that there is some intelligence to what you said. $5 million is way too much. And the second issue is once the rest of the players on the league hear about it, they're gonna be like, "Wait, what? This nigga getting paid to lose weight?" Now, the counter to that is be good as Zion, and you can get paid to lose weight too. But it's still gonna throw a wrench in a bigger system there if you start paying a nigga overweight that can produce to lose weight. You should be that before you come in here.
Pay money on the table. Nobody gotta know about this.
That may be just listen. You know what? That may be just as bad as the Ja Morant situation. On me, that may be just as bad as the Ja Morant situation. And it's ironic that both of y'all played on the same AAU team.
Same area.
Carolina, yeah.
The fuck? Y'all both throwing it away.
Shout out to that coach though. That man got a hell of a eye for talent or something. Good connection.
What are you talking about, the AAU team? Well, neither one of them started.
That's what I'm saying. Well, damn, who was starting?
That's what neither one of them started though. I wish I knew.
Yeah.
They probably in jail like your boy. What's his name? Larry Cook. Lenny Cook.
That boy Larry.
Listen, I don't know, but shit. That's just as bad to me. I don't care. That's just as bad. Motherfuckers rather eat than play ball? Motherfuckers can't shed a few pounds?
He in the wrong city, man. He in New Orleans, man.
And that's what I was about to say. And you know his mama was cooking good back in them days.
Whose mom? AD's mama?
No, Zion's.
Oh, Zion's mama.
Man, down there, he in New Orleans now, man. Get you some gumbo, some bean cakes, shit, man. Come on, man.
I'm sure.
They said he was eating like that at Duke, though. They said all he would eat was just like snacks and shit. Like, just imagine being like a big ass kid making moves, just eating Oreos and ding dongs and shit. Like, just.
I do that. It's not the NBA.
Like, dude, I fuck around and eat 3 times when I get off work, bro. I don't know how I ain't gained nothing. Shit crazy.
And I eat 1 meal a day and can't.
Yeah, but Zion's already big bone though. Like when you that big, bro, you got to keep that under control.
It's hard.
That nigga walk different. He walk different. You can tell by
it ain't hard, bro. Only thing you got to do is be dedicated.
Hey,
bro.
He's saying that not till he come down here and see this food and this luscious.
Bro, I get what you're saying, bro, but it's the same thing like Cliff said. You're gonna hold. You're part of an organization, bro. We gave you this money. All we asking you to do is keep your weight under control. Just like they asking John Morant to stay his ass under control, bro. All we doing is asking you to just
everybody got their vices, right?
Everybody
apparently John Morant's is flashing guns. Zion Williams is eating, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Everybody else is like, you should have never stopped fighting. I don't know that I could have stopped drinking to stop fighting if I'm keeping it 150 with you. I don't know that I would have been. I mean, I'm sure I would have, but that would have always been in my. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to get over with to get a drink and go kick it.
You can not drink during training, but once training over with, the fight over with, you finna celebrate.
Right.
Win or lose, I'm celebrating.
So everybody got their vices. I mean, I completely understand that, but once you have that opportunity, once you can buy your people a house, my pops can move next to me or my mom can move next to me. That's now your responsibilities are way higher than just yourself. Because I'm sure your mom and your pops wasn't the only people that you needed to bless throughout your life. I'm sure the list continues. So I can't afford to lose it because I got to get them right. And that's what's just weird about the whole situation on both ends, Zion and Ja. But I don't know.
Oh,
you said they played AAU together, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the what's the I think it's the same dude that does the little 5-minute videos on the rappers or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Like the past, how they came, like coming up. I think he did one on Ja and Zion, and that's where I heard some of that shit. Can't think of the team and all that, but yeah, neither one of them started. I would love to know what that starting lineup was and where they are today. I know that much.
Watching.
Right. Right. Hopefully. But rookie races, I feel like that's a runaway.
Paulo.
Yeah, I feel like it's a runaway, man. Paulo at number 1 with 20 points per game, 6.6 rebounds, 3.6 assists. What's crazy is they got Jalen Williams out of OKC with 13.3 points per game, 4.2 rebounds per game, 3.1 assists per game. And the only reason why they're doing that is because the last poll he's been averaging 25-point-something points since then. But it's like, how are you going to base the record off of potential as opposed to what's been done? You know what I'm saying? Like, just because a nigga started taking off averaging 25.4, how do you boost him to 3 or to 2 Yeah, because
he's also on the bad too, though.
You said what?
Also on the I would say it's kind of a bad team. So
okay, see,
get more. No, I'm talking about the Magic. Paulo Banchero. He's on a bad.
Well, what about? Well, listen. What about Jaden Ivey? Jaden Ivey's number 5 with 15.4 points per game, 3.9 rebounds, 4.9 assists. Next up on the list is number 4, Walker Kessler with Utah with 8.4 points per game, 8.1 rebounds, and 2.3 assists.
And he's number 4.
Correct. Correct.
Above Jordan Ivey.
Jaden Ivey. Yeah.
Jaden Ivey.
And then 3 is Benedict Mathurin out of the Indiana on the Pacers. He got 16.9 points, 4.1 rebounds, 1.0 assists. Like I get the 8-8s on all around with Walker, 8.4 points, 8.1 rebounds, but it's like, damn, like that might be kind of proving Kendrick's point. That might be proving Kendrick Perkins' point right there. Where the fuck you get that from?
Maybe he's a nice guy.
Well, I'm sure he's a nice guy. And he was the only one that was, I won't say only one, but he was the only one that was really putting in work in that All-Star Game skills challenge. Everybody else was trying to play like they was too cool. But I still don't know, jumped up to 4. That's a little wild to me, G. And where Malk at?
Right here. What you mean where Malk at?
What you think about the Lakers retiring Paul Gasol's jersey?
Yeah, I mean, of course, he's it's part of history. He's part of that franchise, as expected.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. You crazy?
Is he?
He got 3, don't he? 3 chips.
Yeah, I think so.
That was Kobe's right-hand man after Shaq left.
Honestly, I think they were closer than Kobe and Shaq.
They were.
Yeah. Paul Gasol was. They wouldn't have won without Paul. They wouldn't have won.
No, I agree. He definitely played his part, but we hanging Robin's uniform up too, like you said, Bob.
I don't know. He played his own role though.
Motherfuckers ain't gonna have no jersey numbers left if they keep retiring everybody's jersey.
Right.
I agree with Gasol Kobe retire it. I agree with all the other ones, the Worthies and the retire them. But we retiring Paul Gasol now. What numbers are going to be available? Motherfuckers are going to be wearing hockey numbers before the Lakers get done.
I feel you on that, Cliff. Kobe certified it though.
You said what?
I said Kobe certified that.
Yeah, he talked about this in 2018, I believe.
What'd he say?
He was ready for this moment. He was hoping to be
ready for it.
He was hoping to be living in a part of the moment to share it with him. But he thought he deserved to be inducted and retired.
He said he does not win one of those championships with them without.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Don't get me wrong. I agree with that. I'm not taking nothing away from him, but I'm like, damn, like. And if Kobe asked for it, that's different. That's completely different. I will say that.
Now, Paul Gasol goes down as one of the all-time great Lakers. Not the top tier, but he goes down as an all-time great. You know what I'm saying? I'd say he's on the lower tier of it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, everything means so. Like, I feel like we're watering everything down nowadays. Even to get your jersey retired is watered down. Like, how can you be an all-time great Laker, but not a top tier one, and you get your jersey retired?
Because I feel like the stipulation of getting your jersey retired is based on organization. It's based on what you did for that organization. and how high they held you as a person, in my opinion. Because some people, like you said, do absolutely bare minimum to get their jerseys retired. But it just depends on what you are to that organization. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know.
What about Robert Horry?
Hell no.
About Andrew
what about him? Right? What about him though? Like if we just talking about
he wasn't Pau. They weren't Pau Gasol though.
What about geeking ass Lamar Odom?
But when they left, you weren't watching them. When Powell left the Lakers, we were still watching Powell.
When Powell left the Lakers, we were watching Mark. And the Grizzlies.
I was watching Powell
with Zach Randolph and Tony Allen, and
Powell was one of those players to where he was still like a dominant. I wouldn't say dominant. I mean, he was one of the top players in the league.
It's not that big of a deal to me anyway. He's a Laker, and who wears number 16? But at the same time, it's like we just retiring jerseys left and right nowadays. None of these little niggas is gonna have a jersey to wear. They're going to be wearing 94, 99, and 92 by the end of all this bullshit. You're going to be
seeing... like wearing that number anyway.
Well, good thing there's only 15 players on each team.
Like CD Lamb did.
You said what?
I said good thing there's only 15 players on each team.
That's a good thing. And what'd you say, Aaron?
You can ask for the blessing like CD Lamb did when he got 88.
And that's different. Yeah, I definitely I agree with that. I agree with that. Let them give you the okay to wear their jersey, but just to be retiring numbers, and then if they die, I hate to get morbid with it, but if they die, then it's done. You can't call them. You know what I'm saying?
Can I get your 16?
Unless you got a medium that's gonna raise him from the dead,
clear
to give you a jersey swap, it's over. But
what about number 22? Is he still alive?
Okay. right. Can I call him? It's gonna be like samples, like motherfuckers calling the. Can I sample your song?
Let me talk to your dad, bro. Let me talk to your son.
God damn, that shit crazy. Who gets the rights to this jersey number after Paul Gasol dies? Did he have a boy or a girl? Or is there anybody that can pass this along? Like, and I'm not hating. Once again, I do like him, but I just don't agree with the rate that we're retiring jerseys.
But I mean, how long has Powell been out the league? He's been out the league for a while now, right? Or a little bit?
5 years, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, he's been out for a little bit.
I mean, so is it that you don't? Okay, so the bigger question is, do you agree that he should or should have not had his jersey retired? And also, do you disagree about? Are you disagreeing about how soon it was? Like, do you?
I don't care about the length of time that took place.
Okay.
The only thing that makes me, not that my opinion matters, of course, but the only thing that makes me feel a little more comfortable about it is if that Kobe requested it. That's completely different as well. But my biggest issue is that if we're now holding like jersey retiring to how much you affected a team, then you can then say Jose Alvarado should have his jersey retired one day. And it's like, well, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying?
What impact did Jose Alvarado leave?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Impact to your wins. Jose Alvarado's had a lot of impact to his wins because if I'm being completely honest, he's a B- point guard. And the only reason that he gets his praise or his name spread is because he's creative. He gets the steals. He hides behind people. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that you have a gimmick at your position. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, so I got a question then. Do you think Powell was a B- center?
Well, I felt like he was always the 4 where he was most effective. And I'll say this. I would not say no means he was a B- 4. In the era that he came up, I don't want to give him a letter because I feel like it would be right in between B+ and A-. So I'll say he was a 91 power forward.
But if you look at if you win like a championship or two with a team, and you're like a part of the starting five, and maybe a core role player, they usually retire your jersey. So there's like a whole bunch of jerseys up for the Lakers because a lot of championships were won.
Right.
So you're gonna have Michael Cooper up there. You're gonna have what's that dude's name?
James Worthy. You're gonna have
Kurt Rambis. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have those guys up there because they're a part of a championship run, right? So, but you're not gonna have. Is Nick Van Exel's number retired?
It might be.
Is Eddie? Damn, what's that nigga's name? Eddie
House. Eddie House. No, Eddie Jones.
House.
Not Eddie Jones. Oh. They didn't win one with Eddie though.
They didn't win one with Nick Van Exel.
But Nick Van Exel played a more pivotal point than Eddie Jones. But see, that's what I'm saying. Just us getting into the semantics of it all is too much. That's too much. You're talking about retiring jersey numbers.
Did they retire Vladdy shit?
So let me ask you this. I guarantee you, and this is even a long shot, low probability that this ever happens. But I guarantee you this, there will be another big man that wears number 16 before they get to the Lakers that shits on Paul Gasol. But because you've already retired number 16 from them, they don't get the chance to take their jersey number to the rafters. Now they have to choose another jersey number and say, yeah, I retired 17 because 16 wasn't available because a nigga that wasn't as good as me already had it retired.
But 16 and my last name is Vladdy.
But I thought retiring the jersey meant the number was no longer available.
I mean, that's probably the case. I mean, there might be levels to it. Like if you want Shaq's number, no.
Right, you gotta call Shaq.
We're not even letting you do that.
That may be right. That might be true.
Shaq wanted Magic's number. They was like, no. No. You can't have Magic's number. There's only one 32 on the team. You gotta be 35.
That was Shaq. 32.
It's either 33 or 34.
He would no, you're right. He changed to 34 with the Lakers.
Yeah.
And he went back to 32 with Miami.
Yeah.
You're right.
33.
Yeah, I guess that, but see, that's how big of an issue I have with it is a Shaquille O'Neal, the most dominant player that's ever touched the NBA hardwood, can't get a number. Now, Magic Johnson is a good one to retire. I'm not saying that. But if Shaquille O'Neal can't get a number, then what the fuck are these kids going to do with Paul Gasol and them?
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure Shaq came to that team and say 16 was taken. And it was Paul Gasol just to play around with it.
Right.
There, and then Shaq was like, I'm going to need that 16 if I'm going to come play with y'all. Hey, Paul, let me holler at you real quick.
Right, I'm sure. But if he did, who owns the rights?
Gonna give him 16.
Who owns the rights to the Beatles if Michael Jackson's dead? You feel what I'm saying?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Does it go right? That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So if Paul Gasol, and I'm not trying to speak anything, but if Paul Gasol has an issue and nobody can get a hold of Paul Gasol, then that means that the guy that would be better than Paul can't then wear 16 anymore.
I think the fans would get over it. Maybe the family wouldn't.
Hey, Cliff, I got an answer.
Give me something.
I've been going through this lately. You got to call the estate.
Ooh, God bless, my G.
And but shit, you can't have it.
Right, because at that point it's like we own that shit now. You should have did something with this name before we got it, but now we got it. That's fucking crazy, man. That's fucking crazy.
Lakers gonna have two numbers by the year 2030.
They gonna have to put decimals in they shit. So I'm telling you, this nigga 16 and a half, 16.5.
2-1.
Like, come on, like that shit weird.
I call 3.5.
Right. Come on. That would actually be hard if they did do that, though.
Yeah.
I'm a legend in 2 games.
That would definitely be hard if they did that. But what else did I have? I mean,
I'm gonna give the Lakers some credit. Anthony Davis been on a tear. We're gonna see how long it lasts. But Anthony Davis out there.
We knew that was gonna be the case, though. We knew he was gonna be on a tear while he's available. The question is, how long is he available? Hopefully,
try to give him his credit while he's available.
And hopefully he's still available after. Hopefully y'all get through play-ins is what I'm saying. Hopefully y'all win them and LeBron comes back and Anthony Davis is still of a capacity to be able to produce long term.
Right.
That's a hopeful situation, though. I don't know, like. So let's take it back to my analogy. Like when you hurt your leg, you start getting compensation pain in the other leg because you're using that leg more.
Right.
Before you hopped on, we said LeBron was the compensation leg, right? He was the leg that had to stand the most while Anthony Davis recovered. But now those roles have reversed, right? And you can't have a compensation leg that's already your injured leg. At that time, it just has to be timing and a blessing for both legs to be good enough to walk you into a championship. I'm hoping it happens because there's nothing I would like more than for the Lakers to upset everybody, make it to the finals, the Cavs to upset motherfuckers and make it to the finals, and then it be a LeBron versus own team thing. I would love for that to happen.
That'd be a good watch.
I would love for that to happen.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to see LeBron do his hometown like that. That'd be messed up.
Well, first of all, I'm gambling that both y'all's legs are a little too weary to walk through this young ass Cavs team because y'all gotta make it there. And like LeBron said, the struggle of getting there is tough enough that by the time you get there, you better hope you're in a good position. See, the good thing about the Cavs is not only are they young, but they're comfortable enough that they can take games off to recoup. Ain't no game that can be taken off by the LA Lakers. Not till next season, at least.
Well,
so again, there's nothing I would love more than to see that take place. But
Cleveland can't take no games off going through the East.
Now, you right, but I mean, we still at 4. We still at 4. Not only are we at 4, but the Knicks are at 5, 39-28. Cleveland's 41-26. Y'all 3 games back.
74-66.
You said what?
Yeah.
74-66 Cavs, third quarter, 6 minutes left.
Let me check this parlay because it sounds like I'm about to make 800.
We had to call timeout. Kevin Love made a dumbass foul. You know?
Butler's got 17. Jared Allen's got 14.
Ooh, that might. I'm already over. Jared Allen got 14.
Jared Allen's got 14. Jimmy's got 17. Darius Garland's at the free throw line. Just made 1 of 2 so far.
I had Jared Allen under 13.5.
Anybody on the Cavs who's been on a deep playoff run?
Anyone on the team that's been on a deep playoff run?
They got rid of Kevin.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
He really is kind of trying to figure out.
I mean,
Donovan Mitchell would be the closest.
I was just about to say that if you want to throw in Donovan.
Yeah, Donovan made it to what, the conference finals? Did the Jazz make it to the conference finals?
No, it was the game before, I believe.
They had a few game 7s.
It was the game before the conference. I don't think they've never made it to the conference. Well, not with Donovan, I mean.
Getting smashed in game 7 though.
I know they made a lot of conference finals with Stockton and Malone, but they didn't get one, did they?
They made a lot of finals. They made
Hell
2 finals.
nah.
Yeah, they didn't get one.
Hell no, Jordan had a lot to say about that.
All right.
Thank you for the good memories, because we suck this shit.
Listen, y'all 11 right now. Y'all 3 back from 8.
Bulls are losing 12-4 right now. First quarter, 8 minutes 32 seconds.
Because we're not consistent. We're not doing shit.
Didn't I tell you that fucking Jared Allen bet worried me? And I said I was worried because every now and then he goes off for 20 or so, and I should have never added it to my fucking parlay.
Cliff over there going through his head.
I'm pissed. I really am pissed about that because I knew the game was gonna go the way I expected it. I know there's still time, but damn, man, you just can't get out your own fucking way. That's what it is.
Right. Well, we got to make sure we get out of L tonight, so you can have 2 L's and you won't feel too bad.
No, I won't. You won't. I ain't worried about it.
He said not too concerned.
Damn, though, I lost that bet. That's a fucking... We'll hope for the motherfucking Nugget. I got another one for the Nuggets Hawks. So, or not the Nuggets Hawks. The fuck am I saying? The Nuggets,
Bulls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tragedy right now.
He just said it too, that
It's 14-4.
Yeah, 14-6 now. Yeah, Nuggets. Phoenix is up over the Suns, 13-8. First quarter, 8 minutes left.
He said Phoenix is up over the Suns.
I'm in
OKC.
Okay.
Yeah. Over the Thunder.
I figured that as much as well. Damn, man.
Miami closing in, though. Miami only down by 6, man. It's 78-72.
A little under 4 left in the game, you know what I'm saying? Or in the third quarter.
I'm going to hit everything on that fucking parlay but the Jared Allen watch. I know it. Factually, I know it.
You got Atlanta up by 4, 119-115 with 16 seconds left against the Wizards.
That was another one that I wouldn't touch. I wouldn't touch
I picked the Wizards because of, Atlanta be fucked, but yeah, it looks like Atlanta's
going
to run away with that.
No, I ain't touched that one.
Trae Young, there's like a lot of talk about how Trae Young, he's not really buying in. Like,
he's defiant.
Coaching problem, but then they figure out that we can't find no coach to coach.
I mean, why did you bring in DeJounte Murray?
I don't know. They thought that was going to help, but they're still pointing out they've just fired Nate McMillan because it must be his fault. But you got to look at the common denominator sometimes.
Right.
If the next coach come in and he ends up getting fired, you gotta look, Trae. You gotta go with the game plan at some point, or listen to somebody. That seems to be the problem, but outside looking in.
Nah, I agree. But I also don't think that DeJounte Murray trade was a good trade to go for. Love DeJounte Murray, and I don't think that he belonged in San Antonio. But why Atlanta? Why would you think that would be?
They wanted him to complement Trae Young. They wanted to bring someone around his age that plays guard. I think again, he's the other. He's the deep.
Like Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum.
Right. That's the.
I see, but I understand exactly what you're saying. But I see the situation more so as a Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton situation. Since y'all wanted to use Batman, right? You know what I mean? Trae Young is Michael Keaton. He's the first Batman of Atlanta. And you didn't bring in a Robin. You brought in a replacement Batman. But I'm Michael Keaton. This isn't going to work with me.
This now.
He did play Batman, though, didn't he?
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Which one was Batman Forever?
I don't know what that is. Is that the one with the dude, the Joker?
I think that's with the Riddler. Which one did Seal do the track for? Remember Seal?
Yeah, and shit.
England?
Or whatever her name is. I don't know.
I think that was Batman Forever. I don't know. You're right. First of all, the best Batman I've ever seen is one with Christian Bale.
Oh no, Christian Bale was the Batman, but wasn't what's the name of the Joker? Is that right though? Was that the same one?
Yeah. We blew up the hospital.
I don't know that I paid attention to it all, but
that's what I'm saying. I'm not a true Batman fan.
Not at all. But if I do know Batman, I know that DeJounte Murray and Trae Young are that.
They're both Batman.
Yeah, ain't no Robin. And the funny thing is, you traded your Robin away to Sacramento. Kevin Huerter.
Kevin Huerter.
That was your Robin.
You think he was a Robin?
Definitely. I just think that it's similar to. It's not at all similar to, because Trae Young was the guy in Atlanta and Kevin Huerter was already there. But I think it's similar to the Donovan Mitchell situation, where now that Donovan's there, he's taking all the shots and you can't see how good everyone else is around him.
They had Kevin Huerter and they had Bojan. Whichever one it is.
Bojan's the younger one, right?
Yeah, Bogdanovich. They still have him.
Kind of slid in that Kevin Huerter position real easy. You can slid right in.
Atlanta just got it all wrong, man. The problem is at the big. Like you're loading up on all these damn guards, man.
John Collins is soft.
He's a backup to your five. He's in the perfect position, but you need a five that produces on the rebound.
He thought it was gonna be Clint Capella. That didn't work.
And he's still there.
They got a young dude there though. He's not too bad. I forget his name. Okongwu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he sucked too. He reminds me of Chris Boucher. No knock on Chris Boucher with the Raptors. I'm just saying.
I don't know if I would say he sucks.
He ain't gonna get it done, Cliff.
No, I agree there.
He ain't gonna get it done.
I agree there.
Trae Young wasting his years, man. You paying this man big money for nothing.
He's still young though too.
I don't know if he's wasting his years either. I think he's having a pretty good time.
Well, no, I'm talking about the organization themselves. Like, they're not helping themselves. Like,
they're not taking the opportunity.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you need to fill that big, and you still have failed to fill the big.
I mean, but it's a lot of teams like that, though. It's a lot of teams like that aren't really filling the big, and I think that's because we're getting more so into the positionless basketball.
You don't even have a big that can stretch the floor on your squad.
On Atlanta,
Gallinari is supposed to be that guy. I'm saying that's what he's supposed to be your stretch.
But he's an antique like Al Horford. If he's not standing in his spot,
Al Horford was in college when I was in college.
I don't know. I kind of like to think of my players more on the defensive end than the offensive end. So like Gallinari, I'm gonna stick you on a 3. I ain't even putting you on a 4 or 5.
Yeah, I don't even really expect you to help out too much down low. You shouldn't really pass this mark on the court anyway.
Yeah.
Hawks end up beating the Wizards by 2. It was final score 122-120. Porzingis had 43 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Trae Young, 28 points, 10 assists, 3 steals.
Is Bradley Beal playing?
Trae Young had 48 points, you said?
Porzingis
had 43.
Yeah, 43.
And Trae had how many, you said?
28, 10, and 3.
28, okay. That's not a bad game.
Playing?
Let me see if he played.
That nigga been.
Who played?
Bradley
Beal.
Yeah, Bradley Beal had 24. Kuzma had 25.
Okay. Still lost.
Still lost.
24, 3, 8, and 3, and 1. Ooh, Bradley Beal.
That's 80. That's 80. That's like 80, 90 points between 3 niggas, and y'all still lost.
And Kuz had 25, 10, 6, and 2. And the fucked up part is Porzingis hit a last minute 30-foot 3 to lose by 2.
Yeah.
I have them winning too.
Listen, he's good for that though.
But see,
in the NBA, bro. I think he's playing for.
Who's that? Porzingis?
Yeah, he's playing for a contract somewhere else. I think.
Yeah, it ain't where it's at in Washington.
Washington, nigga.
Ain't where
one of them teams, man. You go and watch the Wizards, bro.
When he play, he put up numbers, but how often do he play?
This year, enough.
He has played. He has played.
I'm on the under that game at 240.5,
and it put it you right over.
A 1.5 over, motherfucker. Damn.
He's the only nigga mad in the stadium. God damn.
That's how I'd have been about Jared fucking Allen. I'd have been in my Cleveland jersey with a fucking cap on, pissed that he didn't score 14 points. Of all fucking games, bitch, why this one?
Man, they don't want us to be great.
I had a damn near a ban on $5.
Right.
He said, next time, don't bet it.
Right. I'm going to just leave him out of it. Because I leave Evan Mobley out of it for sure because he's so... I'm not about to bet you on the over-under because I don't know what kind of game you're going to have. But Jared Allen is usually pretty consistent. And since Donovan's been there... You remember, that's all Darius Garland did last year was throw oops to Jared Allen.
Right.
Now that Donovan's there, that's over. He doesn't get those. So the only points he gets is putbacks.
Donovan's
not only, but you know what I mean.
Majority.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. You took away his strength. Shoot 34 points or 34 shots a night to get 40, and these niggas are just sitting there looking for the ball. Like, I don't like that game. I don't care if we're 4 in the East. That's not a good game. That's the exact opposite of what we were doing last year.
He said he's not a fan of it.
No. Everyone was involved.
In playoffs, the game plan becomes different.
But see, that's what's weird to me, right? And I understand that you're exactly correct. But how do I trust that you can implement it correctly if that's the way you've played this whole year?
I'm talking about the opposite. I'm talking about teams are going to be like, all right, so we're going to shut that whole shit down.
Oh, yeah, that's even worse.
Like, we're not even going to let you try to get that shit back.
That's even worse.
Shit.
I don't like it. I don't trust it.
Well, Cavs lead the Heat into the third, 87-82.
Mm-hmm.
They creeping,
Mavericks
okay.
Still got 15 points.
They creeping.
Mm-hmm.
But shit, we can wrap it up. I ain't really got too much. Who's hitting them?
Man. Fucking, man.
John Morant.
Oh, the Clippers got to hit him. Yeah, they trash. They got that virus. Picked him up.
They're 1-5 in their last 5. But wait though, because the Clippers are 1-5 in their last 5 against the Grizzlies. They took an L to the Grizzlies, or no, they beat the Grizzlies 135-129. But they took an L to the Kings, who are number 2, the Warriors, who are on their way up, the Timberwolves, who are already above them, and the Nuggets, who are number 1 in the West. That was a very tough 5.
You should have beat the Timberwolves.
I'll give you that. 108, 101. I'll give you that.
And was Golden State a home game or an away game?
And Steph wasn't even playing in it. You didn't even have Steph in that.
They had the Timberwolves on February 28th. The Warriors the 2nd, March 2nd. So a day after. They had a day in between that game. Then they went right at the Kings the following day on the 3rd, and then had a day in between and went at the Grizzlies and won. So that could just be a rough. That's a regardless of being rough, Russ. That's a rough lineup to go through.
But you on the back half of the season, Cliff.
Right.
You got at least 500 that.
That's the Clippers being the Clippers.
I agree with that.
Russ they be putting the brunt of the blame on Russ. Is it his fault? Like it's everybody, like every other teammate's fault. We all a team. I think he gets too much blame. I think he blew one of those games. I think it was.
Boy, in what game was it?
Like you gotta lay off him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes he be making mistakes. His face be funny as shit. You act like shit. Look.
He be blown.
Just missed the ball, Russ. Did I? Nigga. That's one thing I have against him is he be acting like he don't be doing shit wrong sometimes.
He acts oblivious sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, but the whole blame ain't on him. Kawhi, Paul George, there's a lot of niggas.
Kawhi.
Why?
Vacation ass nigga.
Listen.
It is a state in or city in Hawaii. So it's a city in Hawaii. But Kauai, I said it wrong.
They giving you lays when you get there. Like
I forgot what's Hawaii?
All play, no work.
Aloha. How you say goodbye in this? Oh, we ain't finished. Hit the showers. My hit the showers.
I don't know. I think that's Japanese.
Who is my hit the showers?
Give it to the Cavs because it's a 5-point game and it's too close.
Who is my
Cleveland turned the ball over too.
Mm-hmm.
Commentating that loss.
Damn, who is my hit the showers?
It was on that. I thought it was something. Probably
no, I do. Yeah, I did say that earlier. I do feel like I don't like the way it was spun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I definitely don't like the way they was spinning it on live TV. I feel like you put him in a position, and yeah, I will say that because that I also think that this is the first time in the world that white folks have ever been able to pull the race card.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, it's never against them; it's against something else.
Right.
But I feel like that's what you did. And like Perkins said, he didn't say nothing racist. You might have called my nigga racist because he was making points. Like he said, when he said I'm stating facts, he was stating facts. The fact that you...
Like I was saying earlier, like that's when you talk about the whole Steve Nash winning 2 years in a row, is that a factor? Because Shaq was dominant, but you got Shaq.
Listen, they was talking about, even Perkins said that the year that Kobe, they went to the playoffs. I don't know. I don't know who won it. I can't even remember the year that was said. But what he was saying was, if you took Kobe off that team, they win 8 games. Look at all the people that you have around you. I don't know if it means as much. And how many MVPs have we had in the past that have won 3 times in a row in general, let alone what is your value to your team at that point? Like, yes, you're making stats, but Russ also averaged the triple-double for his whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are just stats. What are you basing MVP on?
Right.
Shit, I'm going to bring him up. What's that nigga's name? Rajah Bell?
Yeah, Rajah Bell went off for a little bit, but he developed a little 3.
Barbosa was bad.
He was. At the 4.
Man, shit, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You take off old skinny ass.
Squad. All Steve Nash had to do was pass the rock and hit Jade.
I'm thinking of
Marion.
That's what I'm saying. He had
and I'm thinking of what's the one dude, the foreign dude that played the 4?
Scola?
No. He looked like Brazilian. He looked like Barbosa's older brother.
Boris Diaw?
Diaw. Was it Boris Diaw?
That was the Spurs, Boris Diaw.
It
was Boris Diaw. It was Boris Diaw. Like, he made my player a little taller.
You're overgrown Tony Parker.
Right. But That's what I'm getting at. Is MVP to you? Like, what are you measuring it off of? Value to the team, value to the league in views, the Jokic. But all I'm saying is maybe last year it shouldn't have.
Will Embiid though.
Well, no, you can't.
Don't think so.
Nah, he currently averaging 33 points per game, 10 points.
Comes back,
and he's at 4.
If LeBron comes back and Lakers get 5, give it to LeBron.
How many blocks though?
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I just looked up the main 3. I didn't. But right now, Nikola is, I would say, sitting comfortably at 1. I just don't think that he should have won it in first year. It was very close between him and Embiid. Last year, it was extremely close. I thought Embiid had it. And now this year, it's a landslide. But does he deserve to be 3-time repeat MVP of the NBA? I'm not sure.
Now, if LeBron is as hard to argue. I mean, there was like years where Kobe should have definitely won in like the 2000, 2010 era.
Right. No, that's a definite exaggeration. He could have won 10 years in a row. But regardless of the fact that he didn't get 3, 4.
Kobe Bryant, Drew.
This was passed down. This is
That's what I'm saying, nigga.
No comment. You got me.
But we we out. Hit him to JJ. Does anybody got anything to take us out?
See y'all next week.
Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell them to troll. We gonna catch y'all motherfuckers next week. We out this bitch.
Deuces.